What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be going over the cat-camel or cat-cow drill for the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, as well as the shoulder blades and upper back region. So I like to call it the cat-cow. Some people call it cat-camel. Doesn't really matter as long as we're doing it correctly, right? So this is going to be a really good drill for overall mobility and motor control of the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, and the shoulders. So you're going to need a nice open spot, a nice flat, stable spot to do this drill. So let's get to it. So to start off with, we're going to be starting with the lumbar spine cat-cow. So you're going to be on all fours here, loaded in this position with our hands and our feet and knees on the floor. You can either keep the toes curled under like I'm doing here, or we can flatten them. So to start with this drill, I like to tell people to just drop their belly to the floor, creating the cow position here of extension in the low back. Then from here, I like to tell people to round their back and tuck their tail like a scared cat, and then holding there, and then just alternating that motion. Here you may have a little bit of pinchiness in the low back, specifically if you're dealing with a low back injury. But the whole goal is to control this motion here and make it nice and fluid, and it's not this choppiness feeling trying to get into the position like I just did there. So nice, easy motion increases mobility in the lumbar spine. All right, the next one we're gonna move on to is the thoracic cat-cow. So this one, we're gonna be in kind of a frog position or a low kneeling position. I like to sit my butt on my heels, legs are slightly wider here, hands loaded out in front. From here, I'm just gonna turn sideways slightly so you can see in this position. So ideally I want my hand flat, but for here, basically what we're gonna be doing is rounding the upper back and then extending the upper back. This is just gonna allow that entire rib cage and thoracic cage to move through ranges of motion that maybe it's not used to. Specifically with extending the lumbar and thoracic spine, we're gonna just get some motion there. And like I said, we're gonna have some motion come from the lumbar spine, which is okay, as long as we're getting the upper back motion as well. In this position, as I extend the thoracic spine, you see me look up. That is optional. You can do it. I find that it helps you get more extension in the upper aspect of the T-spine here. So now the last version of that cat-cow drill we're gonna be going over is going to be the shoulder cat-cow or the scapula cat-cow. It's one of my favorites, specifically for shoulder control and big motor control exercise. Most people don't have the proper engagement to protract and retract their shoulder. A lot of motion and type of rowing or pulling is going to be coming from their bicep and their hand, bringing the shoulder over here. So if we can get those shoulder blades working in a proper fashion, more shoulder movements, overhead motions, pressing may become easier. So to start off with, we're going to be on all fours again, similar to the lumbar cat-cow. And to start with this one, I like to tell people to drop their chest towards the floor, keeping their arms straight. Here, my shoulder blades are coming together towards the midline, and then I'm going to push my hands through the table, getting tall through the upper back. So once again, we're dropping down. Pretend there's a pencil between your shoulder blades and you have to squeeze it, and then now push it away and create that mountain in the upper back. The biggest thing I like to see with this the shoulders down. We're not shrugging our shoulders towards our ears. We want them down in a decent position. Just working all that motion through the scapula protraction and retraction. So those are 3 quick variations on how to do a cat-cow, cat-camel drill for the low back, the thoracic spine, and shoulder blades. If you have more questions about mobility and motor control exercises, visit activelifesd.com. Thanks for watching.